I drove for 8 hours through the middle of nowhere from St. George to the north rim of the Grand Canyon just to see what was out there. I'm starting a 12-day solo trip to discover some of the least populated and remote places in southern Utah, touching as little pavement as possible. Why? Just to see what's out there. For the next 12 days, I'll be exploring places that don't really get talked about, places that feel like they're barely holding on. And I don't really know what I'm going to find out there.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Mount Trumbull Loop.
That's the journey we're about to take from right the south side of St. George all the way down to the Whitmore Trailhead on the north rim of the Grand Canyon. I've only been into the Arizona Strip a couple of times to see Black Mountain petroglyphs. That's only about a 15-minute drive from St. George. Today, I'm driving for hours in isolation. I know this little area I'm in right now looks crowded, but you just wait, it's going to get empty fast. The Arizona Strip is this remote, rugged region in the far northwestern corner of Arizona. It's separated from the rest of the state by this massive barrier, maybe you've heard of it, the Grand Canyon. It can only be accessed from Utah or Nevada. You can't even drive there from the Arizona side. Think of it this way, it's this vast desert of plateaus, deep canyons and cliffs, dirt roads stretching for miles, and almost no towns or services. It's actually one of the most isolated places in the lower 48 states. Sounds like a great place to wander. Okay, I think this is a pretty good sign that we're off to an epic adventure. Check this out. I think every journey needs to start with a big warning sign. That's amazing. Cell phone service, none. Gas station, none. Stores or restaurants, none. Registration, none. Tow bills can exceed $1,000. Well, let's hope we don't have to get towed. These are long dirt roads, and there are so many side roads. I just wish I could explore them all. And when I look at this place, I think the beauty is in the vastness. It's in the forbidding landscape that just says, this is a hard life, but a beautiful life. And in the small details, how nature just, it survives, and it still puts on its beauty. Okay, this is the fourth vehicle that I've seen out here. Okay, well, I just stopped on the side of the road here to get some lunch, and it looks like there's not a lot going on around here, but actually, as I was eating lunch, I could see a bunch of like little butterflies and insects, and then I started seeing some little flowers, and so I thought I'd just get out here and see if I could get some pictures of a few things, maybe some subtle details that you don't normally see, especially when you're like zipping down the dirt road. So let's see if I can find anything. See if I can get some pictures of these guys. Okay, a butterfly just landed on that flower. I hope it stays with this other camera real quick, because that could be a cool shot. Oh, well, hopefully I got it with that first camera. It's just a different dynamic with a longer lens. And it was just a teeny little butterfly. It was really cool. But I think I probably got it. Okay, there's a vehicle's coming. They're gonna spit up a bunch of dust, so I'm gonna cover up my lenses and stuff because I don't like the dust. Okay, I stopped here because I saw like the ruins of some old buildings and stuff. And then I also heard some birds, and I do kind of like birds, so I'm not going to bore everybody with a ton of birds, but if I find one, I will take a picture. I really just want to look at these buildings. So let's go check that out. Let's see what's going on. It looks like it was an old thing kind of made out of stone. Let's come up here and see what we can see. You can see just some of the wall remaining over there. I don't know anything about the history of this particular place, so I just think it's kind of cool. You can see all the mud that they used to put the rock together. It's kind of cool. And off in the distance, there's an old corral. And way over there, there's like a really old structure. We'll go over there in a second. But I want to get some pictures of this. Okay, I took a few pictures and then I came over here to this barn. Or I don't know, if it's actually the barn is a house. What is it, like an old shack? Let's go check it out and see what it is and get some pictures of that too. I mean, it looks like a strong wind might just blow it over. We'll see. I don't think I'd go in there in a windstorm, that's for sure. Huh, I wonder if that is like some kind of a well or something, maybe. I don't know. Well, there's a place for you. Might just move in. Have myself a good old time. I wonder what this was. Also, I think I'm on the wrong side of the falls because it's all leaning this way. Maybe I'll go around the other side. Okay, let's get some pictures of this place. It's pretty cool. And then I'm going to get some detail shots. Yeah, it lost me. Hello, I'm over here. There we go. Okay, I want to get some detail shots of this thing. Okay, I think we... What? Sorry, I hear a bird over there. Let's just go see It could be a long way away, but well, what got me excited was it was a bird call that I hadn't heard before, and so I was thinking maybe it's a new bird, which would be pretty exciting. Well, I don't hear it anymore. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Let's see. I think I need that. Just gonna get in the way. Need that. I just really want to get this picture because I don't know. I'm intrigued. I think it's kind of cool, and I'm willing to get a little bit dirty if I have to. Let's just see. Well, I got a little bit dirty. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. That could have been worse. Okay. I got some good ones. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Well, it looks like I made it to Mount Trumbull. I don't know if that's like halfway or how far there's left to look on the map. And the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse is way down there. If I understand right, it's been restored. It was like burned down, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, something like that. And then they restored it. So I'm going to go take a look at that in just a second. Sign says Mount Trumbull, 1916 to 2016. Pulling into the schoolyard. Oh, look, there's a bathroom. That's convenient. Let's take a look at this school. I'm over here at the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse, and I walked over and looked at it real quick, and I just discovered something cool. What I discovered is that the bell works. Gosh, I just kind of got to ring the bell, don't you think? If there's a schoolhouse with the bell, and there's a rope right here, just out front. It's like they left it there for us or something. Let's check this out. See, there's like that rope right there, and then all the way up there, there's the bell. So let's see if this thing works. Let's see what we got. Okay, well, I don't think I woke up the whole town or anything, but it kind of worked, so cool. I discovered that it's open. It looks like, I mean, it's kind of like a museum. It's here for people to come take a look at. So it's got some benches, and again, it was burnt down a while ago. I'll go look at that sign in a second. It says when it was burnt down. But, you know, you got kind of the teacher's desk and some chalkboards and some wooden figurines of birds and wildlife and things over there. Some books. Of course, you got this like 3D model of probably the Grand Canyon over there, something like that. And a bunch of these are probably like local, looks like local veterans and maybe founders of Mount Trumbull area is what I'm guessing that is. And then over here it says, so though the schoolhouse burned in July 31st, 2000. And so you can see up here, there's like a picture of the original schoolhouse. And so the restoration, they did a pretty good job. And then they restored it. They restored it once in 94, then it burned in 2000, and then they reconstructed it after that. So they're pretty dedicated to the schoolhouse is what I'm thinking. So I'm about 53 miles into this drive on this dirt road, and I think I'm about 2/3 of the way down to Whitmore Trailhead and the Whitmore Overlook, which is where I'm trying to go to tonight. And then I'm gonna backtrack from there a little bit to Bar 10 Ranch, and I'm gonna spend the night at Bar 10 Ranch. So I'm getting close. The Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse really is a pretty cool diversion while you're on this long drive. Like, I wouldn't take the drive just to make the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse my destination, but if you're heading down further, for sure stop and check it out. But the big payoff is coming later in the day when I get to the Grand Canyon. That is worth the drive. More old buildings out here. They're just kind of cool looking out here in this desert kind of environment, and then they're old weathered structures that's still here. Makes you wonder what happened in the past and who lived there. I made it down here to the Bar 10 Ranch. Looks like a pretty cool place. From the distance I could see the wagons that they've turned into guest lodgings that I'll stay in. So I'm pretty excited about that. We'll go in here in just a second, but I just wanted to show kind of some of the surrounding area around here. This is pretty cool. I'll probably take a few pictures even before I head in there. So that's the Bar 10 Ranch entrance right there. It says it's private property, and I think if you want to keep going on down toward the Grand Canyon, you have to go across their property, and it's private property, so I don't know if they'll let you through if you're not staying here. I'll see if I can find out. Okay, here we go into the Bar 10 Ranch. Let's go in here. So I made it here. This is the wagon that they put me in. It's actually pretty cool. Check this thing out. So I'll do a little walk around so you can see it all. And I'm in wagon number 10. Sweet. Let's go see what it looks like inside. They said there's electricity in here, which I'm excited about because I need to charge some stuff. Okay, this will be fun. I may use some earplugs tonight if I can hear the wind all night. But I brought some, so I'm all set. This is actually going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this. Well, somehow I think the pioneers had a different experience when they were in these wagons, but okay, it's going to work for me. I think this must be the airstrip that they put in down here. There's kind of a cool story about that. I'll see if I can get somebody to tell us the story later tonight. There's so much prickly pear blooming down here. It is amazing. Loving this. I love how there's kind of two different colors of pink. There's this darker pink and the lighter pink that I've seen. And then up in St. George, I even saw some yellow ones. Remember how I was just saying that sometimes there are yellow blooms? Well, there you go. And there's a little bee. It's getting a little rough. Not too bad though. The closer I got to the Grand Canyon, the more prickly everything became. The variety of prickly plants was astounding, and yet somehow all of it came together to be astonishingly beautiful. I really love what I saw and the experience that I had. This is amazing. This is amazing. Holy cow, I can't believe this. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I haven't been to the Grand Canyon since I was like 6 years old. And so I had just really forgotten what this looks like, and I am just overwhelmed. I'm so anxious to get to the overlook and just pause and look at it and take it in and take some photos and some video. It's going to be amazing. I barely made it back to get the last of dinner, and then had a wonderful evening listening to campfire stories. I kept asking myself, whoever thought to settle here in the first place?
First one to float the river. He was a one-armed Civil War veteran.
He literally had one arm.
One arm, and it was a wooden rowboat, and
He rowed a rowboat with one arm.
But part of his job was, to survey the area. So where you could walk out at this area, he walked out and he came up and met some Native Americans. The question he always asked was there any water here? And the Native American says, there's more water here than you'll ever need.
There's a reason why nobody else is.
And then he wrote that in his journal, got back in his boat. When the Mormon pioneers made it over here, they were looking at his notes and like, oh, Whitmore Canyon or whatever has all the water I'll ever need. It didn't work out so well. The first year they actually were able to get cotton. After that, nothing. But they found out that their cows and horses did really well, and that's how ranching started down.